Madisonville, Kentucky gets a taste of what's to come.
It seemed like it was just yesterday that we said we have a year, and it seemed like so much time, and now it's slipping away, but we'll be ready.
The flavor of the month at Big City packs a punch.
Whoa!
A potent blend of people and cars with eyes to the sky.
I think it's going to be busy everywhere.
Jenny Gibson has her hands full, not only as a small business owner,
Thank you.
but as the woman in charge of Madisonville's Eclipse coordination.
What I'm working on is getting the signage complete, the maps of each event.
A spare few minutes spent upstairs,
So
plugging away on the computer.
we're figuring we'll double our population just by friends and family alone.
With a month to go, there's plenty left to do.
I better get ready.
Downstairs, the coffee shop is stocking up rented refrigerators and freezers.
We're all excited. We're a little bit nervous, but in a good way.
Gibson says local restaurants will be a prime spot for visitors to escape the August heat, because from here on, there's hardly anywhere else to go.
Hotel rooms, they're basically all gone at this point. I think there may be 3 or 4 left.
There's a few camping spots left at the convention center, she says.
I just got a note from a resident saying that she has 2 bedrooms for rent.
6 months ago, you couldn't find any homes for rent.
Now there's like, I don't know, I checked 2 weeks ago and there were maybe 30.
The trend is catching on.
I may rent my house out if somebody wants to contact me. Maybe I can make some money.
The blazing summer sun will soon give way to a few minutes of darkness, memories for a lifetime, and a taste of history.
Crazy, but fun.
A few notes most know go straight to the heart.
All right, so Total Eclipse of the Heart, Bonnie Tyler. See, if you're of a certain age, you knew the song was playing everywhere all the time.
You don't have to be a product of the big hair generation to feel this power ballad love song, belted by Bonnie Tyler.
For some reason, I associated Kim Carnes with this song.
More music, home to musicians who listen to more than just rock and roll.
We're all musicians. We listen to everything. You can walk in here and there's definitely a possibility that this could be.
Looking back,
probably not.
The
Probably
80s can be an oddball.
Yeah. You can't go wrong with ninjas.
On this Throwback Thursday, Tyler turns up hits on YouTube with her 1983 classic, racking up millions of new views with the Great Eclipse just weeks away.
My 105.3 WJLT, 80s, 90s, and now, all right here in one convenient location.
Total Eclipse of the Heart tore up the charts 34 years ago, peaking at #1 in America.
It makes sense it's coming back, of course.
I'm pretty sure it's about love. And then, so that's nothing to do with the sun and the stars and the moon.
Across America's heartland, come August 21st, the real Total Eclipse.
We're talking gritty voice, like passionate vocals, big hair.
As the big day draws closer, remember this anthem of the 80s.
And the fact that it has absolutely no bearing on astronomical events.
Sing your heart out.
I really have a craving for Bonnie Tyler right now. A total eclipse of the heart. An actual example of solar eclipse.
Bonnie Tyler's version.
I'm the sun.
Will last about 3 times longer.
And then I'll be back in a minute. I'm here.
It's almost like Pac-Man is opening his mouth in slow motion.
A moment where age makes no difference.
I don't know why, but it's so crazy.
Anticipation overflowing, let loose by smiles.
It was good. Even though that we had to spend 3 hours in the car, it was fine.
Brought from across the country, sharing a moment like no other together. Children sharing the passion of the stars.
We took the day off from school. It's able to bounce and block the extra light.
Sharing not only an experience, but also knowledge.
It looks like it's covering the sun, but it's actually not. You can see a little yellow ring around the moon.
And a warning or two.
Or you'll be blind forever.
This group just met, but they've got each other's back.
Guys, look in the sky. You have to face it at the sun, and then what?
Excitement that lives up to the hype of these 7- and 9-year-olds.
The totality looked exactly like it did in the book.
And a day they'll certainly never forget.
It was a really impressive show put on by nature.
All viewed through the eyes of a child. In Madisonville, Jake Boswell, Eyewitness News.
It was a fantastic experience here on the Evansville riverfront as the crowds resembled that of the Fall Festival and their cheerfulness resembled New Year's Eve, making this a truly memorable experience.
Mothers and daughters, fathers and sons, they came from all over.
But for a few fleeting seconds, these pockets of strangers had one thing in common.
Oh, well, the eclipse, it's, pretty self-explanatory to come on down and pull a couple kids out of school to come see this.
Matt Vertis, his kids, and their friends came from Carmel, Indiana. Spending 4 hours in the car. With traffic impeding their path, they detoured downtown. The kids didn't mind, enjoying every second.
Yeah, they are. They're texting their friends and letting them know that they're not in school and enjoying an eclipse here.
Not only because we're not going to school, but also because at school, you don't really get to be able to see it where we are.
They weren't alone. Hundreds entrenched themselves on the riverfront, under trees, on the levee, around one another. Their eyes transfixed on what was happening up above.
It did get cooler, and then you could see all the car lights coming on, and then all the street lamps along the river walk coming on, and you could hear the crickets as if it was nighttime. They were chirping, so it was just an experience.
It's like someone took a bite out of cheese or something like that. So I really like it like that. Really cool to imagine like that.
Total solar eclipses don't come around very often, and when they do, it's special, eclipsing anything else they've ever seen.
For me, I remember seeing one back in 78 or 79 or whatever, and I was looking through a little box with the pinhole, and we didn't have these fancy glasses that we have now that you can get online or wherever, and to be able to see it through something that's actually a little bit more tangible is kind of a neat thing.
Friends and families, they came from all over. By the time the great eclipse was over, hopefully we realized that we have a lot more in common than just the sun. In Evansville, Jordan Vandenberg, Eyewitness News.